Christian perspective, starring national gospel recording artist Pastor Ron Todd, the lovely Mel Phillips, everyone's favorite aunt Penny Ellis, and the swag-tastic Josh Jad. This show is dedicated to our beloved C. Ashley Brown Lawrence. Buckle up, you're in for a ride.
Hey y'all! What's up? Oh my goodness! Welcome to the Pew. Oh, they clapping today, boy. Thank you. Hey. Alicia, we gotta brighten your day.
Can't she says she can't hear.
Uh-oh.
Where you get Alicia from? I didn't expect to see her on the pew tonight.
Well, Auntie Penny had to work, so you know we had to call our fill-in.
Yes, they gonna make sure Auntie Penny work her some double.
Listen. Hold on, let's see. Alicia need her IT department.
I'm so thankful to the IT department upstairs in their bedroom.
That part. Hey y'all.
Hey.
What's going on?
Y'all got it. I got a good after evening. I don't even know what to call it no more. I'm still in Houston, baby. I'm still in Houston.
I know. What a game. Oh my goodness.
Fantastic. It was fantastic. I'm so glad I was there to witness it.
I was so proud of Detroit because so many of y'all were there representing, and I thought that was so phenomenal. I really did. Like,
where we go, we deep, baby.
Yes.
I know y'all was talking so slick to them people out in Houston. I was like, Lord, don't let nobody come home whooped on.
Listen,
please.
We was talking slick, but because of y'all prayers and supplications, we made it back.
I'm glad, Ron. You just don't know how they be acting out of town, talking to the people that live around the corner all crazy, and y'all across the country.
Wait. Did she say they? It was just by the skin of your teeth that you wasn't there, because I remember somebody in New Orleans that had
all right.
That was last year.
Why you bringing up old stuff?
Right.
Y'all look so pretty. Both of y'all.
Thank you.
Get the afterglow, baby.
Lady Mary says, hey, Pew crew, looking forward to a great show.
Hey, Lady Mary.
Hello, Lady Mary.
Yes, y'all come on in here and hit that share button, hit the like button. We got a good show for y'all tonight. It's gonna be good. It always is, but I gotta say that it's gonna be good. But Mel, how have you been? How was your week so far?
Good. I'm doing this boot camp 3 days a week.
Are you?
I could hardly go up and down the stairs, but it's working.
Them boot camps ain't no joke.
It's working. They said that's the healing taking place. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stick on in there.
Right. If that's the healing, I guess you say I'm healed then.
Can't hardly make it up the stairs, but okay.
Right.
You got this, cousin.
And you the only one that can work and still have straight roots, can work out and
Yes. I just put my hair in a bun on the top of my head and just let it dry out and wrap it back up, and I'm back the next day. Wow.
Yeah, like you said, you're the only one.
And it just be shining and silky. But that's awesome, Mel, because I sure was going to ask if you worked out. I have not worked out this week, but I plan to go tonight.
Yeah, just go get on the treadmill for 30 minutes.
I'm an elliptical guy. Sometimes I do my cool down on the treadmill.
Okay, well, just give it 30 minutes. Every little bit helps.
It does, and it definitely makes you feel better.
Yes, you do.
Yeah. What about you, Alicia? So you back from Houston? How was that?
And Houston was beautiful. At first, the forecast was supposed to be not so good, but it was beautiful. I was unaware. We tried to go to the turkey hut. Didn't y'all talk about the turkey hut situation?
I don't think we did. Tell us about it.
I can't tell you because I forget everything. All I know is these people had owned it, and it was a gospel singer and his wife that was trying to help them.
Oh, we did talk about that. Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
So
we did.
like, okay, let's go help out on the bill at the turkey hut. We gonna help.
Right.
Child, I was too late.
What is closed?
Lose since September 28th.
Wow.
Yeah.
And they would have got good business this past weekend.
Maybe the owner did, because we read that the husband and the wife were separated, but some people say it was the husband, was out there with this double grill barbecue thing after he figured out, wait a minute, what the heck is going on the street from our space? So he was out there. Somebody was out there with some barbecue and turkey, but it wasn't turkey hood. So yeah.
I hate to hear that. They say the restaurant business is a very hard business, but I hate to hear that because they really had a success story. They started with their grill and then went to a food truck and then they opened up that restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hate to hear that.
Me too. Hey, Pastor Greg. He says, hey, Pew Crew, let it rip.
Oh.
Yeah, we're going to let it rip tonight. I hate to hear that too, but I always said if I came into a large sum of money that I was going to open me a McDonald's because they don't be struggling. Listen, they going to create
the golden arches not going to struggle.
They going to come out with something people going to buy. Folks are always going to be getting their kids a Happy Meal because it's convenient. And if you don't like their foods, you're going to go get you a frappe. You're going to go get you a McFlurry. You're going to go get you a fry. You're going to go get something. But
that's true.
Oh, my God.
That's true. No, yeah. Someone speculated that was the owner that was down there barbecuing by that evening. So when we went past it, it was like, oh my God, we hungry. We won't have anything to eat. So like literally across the street about a block was some place called 5015. And I see this huge billboard in the yard saying Detroit. I'm like, I'm not at home. Sure enough, it was one of the takeover events that was happening. So we got in right on time, got some food. I'm sure it wasn't nearly as good as what Turkey Hut is, but we had a really good time. As far as working out any of those things that I munched on this weekend, no, not as of yet. I will have to say that. But I do usually work out at home. I do something 30 minutes in the morning. I try to do a little something in the evening. And then it's just in between, try to eat right. But I'm a huge snacker. So that's part of my issue. I know I got to take away that. But yeah, no, I think it's important for us to work out our bodies and make sure we take care of ourselves, drink plenty of water, which I am so guilty of. So of not doing that but it's so important for to keep our bodies healthy. And so, Mel, I'm so proud of you of getting up and making it happen, child, because the boot camps has never been for me. I don't, because I'm gonna get mad at you the first time you tell me go roll that tire. You roll the tire. I'm not.
Right. And I'll tell you, I'm proud of you, Mel, and I'm proud of Mr. J. Allen, aka Joshua Jad, who has made it to the show tonight. I'm very, very proud of him.
Hey Mel, I heard that little shade.
I'm like, what at the beginning of the show?
So Pastor Greg says McDonald's with food, healthy onions. Wait, what?
No, what?
Healthy. He meant healthy food options. Y'all not gonna do Pastor Greg like that.
I thought it said onions.
Hey, Kevin.
I was hooked on the McDonald's chocolate.
Hey, Steph.
Oh my God.
Damn, hey, Steph. They had them in a minute.
Remember the McDonald's lamb cookies? Those was good too.
I liked them. And then when you could get the ice cream and dip
yes,
in your ice cream.
What?
Goodness.
Please. Listen, don't make me turn on my Southern little twang. Them janks was good. Sure. Oh, Dr. Reggie, God bless you, sir. Praise him, saints. Good to see you, Reg. Well, wait, Stephanie talking about some y'all hungry.
I am. I just had my diet meal and it wasn't good.
It wasn't hitting on nothing, man.
It was
Some
good.
chickpeas and cut up with celery and some tuna.
Oh man.
You want some? Come get some of my cha-cha. Put some cha-cha on them chickpeas, girl.
No, I'm gonna just drink some water and go to bed.
Josh, what you been up to?
A lot. I got stuff going on, family drama. So with my mommy and stuff. So my bad for the late hop on.
That's okay.
Yeah. But that's it.
Well, we are so glad that you made it. Just a couple things that I have going on, you guys. Don't forget Detroit. I'm coming home on Friday so that I can be with you guys for the comedy night. It's going to be a Gospel Truth East, clean fun and fellowship featuring myself and Charlie Newhart, as well as comedian D Jones. And if you've never heard D Jones, he's absolutely hilarious. It's starts at 6:30. Well, that's when doors will open, and it's only a $20 donation. Pastor Jerome Gowans is the pastor and host. 12203 Glenfield in Detroit. Please come by, you guys. This show is gonna be so funny. Now, my little part, I'm gonna get up and do my 20 minutes, and I'm just gonna talk like I do on the pew. And I don't know why people are gonna be laughing at me, but y'all come by and check it out. It's going to be really, really good. And I would love to see your faces. Also, Houston, we do not have a problem, but I will be in Houston very soon for the Christmas in the Now concert. December 8th at 6 p.m. is taking place at 8955 South Freeway, Houston, Texas. The pre-worship mixer begins at 5 p.m. Food worship. So there will be food apparently. Anointed Feet of Praise will be there. Daniel Atkins, Jeremiah Movie, and friends. And I will be hosting. And I got a feeling that before I start the show, we're going to get our prayer through. So, and a little birdie told me that their mass choir is rehearsing it tonight and they sound real good. So we're excited about this. December 8th. So if you are in the Houston, Texas area, please make sure you stop by. Admission is free. All right. So you don't have to pay for anything. You just got to come and enjoy. Also, don't forget on December 14th, back to Detroit. See, I'm not forgetting about y'all, Detroit. We're going to have a good time at a clean Christmas comedy show. I'm sorry, a clean Christmas comedy show. That's correct. All right. It is starring comedian Stefan, who was also absolutely hilarious. Also featuring myself, Eric Dion, and Ryan Rutley. Tickets are only $20. Show starts at 6 p.m. It's going to be right at my church, 2261 Marquette Street. To get your tickets, just Cash App Round Top Productions, or if you would like a Square invoice, I can send you that as well. Just inbox me and I will get that over to you. Kimmy Komet and Andrea Davis will be hosting. This is going to be another hilarious night. Fun, great vendors, great food, and great laughs. So we would love to see you there. There we go. So lots going on over these next few weeks. And of course, if you have not grabbed my latest single, I Can Get a Prayer Through. It is available on all digital outlets and Impacting Radio. Make sure you do so. And speaking of music, we got to talk about our angel, Miss C. Ashley Brown Lawrence, who went to be with the Lord about 15 months ago. But we will never do a show and not mention her. Guys, make sure you grab her latest single that came out right around her birthday in July. It's called The Old School Medley. And, you know, every now and then on this show, we have to play it because we want to make sure that we keep her in your eyes and your ears because she lives on in her music. So here is C. Ashley Brown with The Old School Medley. We'll be right back.
What do you want the Lord to say? Well done. used to sing. They used to say, just a little while to stay here, just a little while to wait, just a little while to labor in the path that's always straight. And it's just a little more of trouble in this low and sinful state. And then we'll enter heaven's portal. We'll go sweeping through the pearly gates. Just a little while. A little while to stay. A little while. Just a little while. In the path. Just a little more of trouble in this very and we'll go sweeping through the pearly gates. Just a little while. Just a little while. This sounded like church in here. Just a little while to labor in the path. Just a little more in this very love. Then we'll enter and we'll go sweeping through the pearly gates. Clap your hands one more time. Come on. I can't hear you. Come on. After a while, it'll all be over. After a while, the sun will shine. After a while, dark clouds will pass over, and we'll shout hallelujah. After a while. After a while, and we will. After a while.
All right. Y'all make sure if you don't have that already, make sure you grab that single from C. Ashley Brown Lawrence. All right, Mel. What time is it?
It's time for the hot topics.
Are y'all ready? I said, is you ready?
You ready?
Here we go. All right. I know we're a little late, but our show only comes on once a week. Well, twice a week. Once live on Facebook on Tuesday, and of course, on Soul TV on Thursdays. Shout out to those of you guys who it's Thursday and you guys are watching on Soul TV. And if you're watching on Thursday, it's my birthday. Anyways, but so last Wednesday for a lot of us was a very somber day.
Whew.
And we just got to deal with it, y'all. Like, a lot of people have been very quiet, especially in certain scenarios, because we can't really like get into it at work or in certain, places. But this is the place where we can sound off. And I just feel like a lot of people were challenged, y'all. Like, they really, really were. And before we get into some of these clips, I'm just curious, like, how were y'all feeling when the news broke that Donald Trump was going to be the next president?
I was disappointed. I was in disbelief. I think I had just had it in my head that Miss Harris was going to win and we were just going to continue on. And I'm just disappointed. I went to Don Seeker's Saturday, and I'm so glad I did. Pastor Kinlock spoke on it, and it was just amazing to be around so many Black women and call on the name of Jesus. And I think that's what helped me get out of the funk, because I was definitely in the funk about it.
Yeah. Hey, Adrian.
Hey, Adrian.
Yeah.
I was, I don't know, I had a calmer spirit than I thought I would have. I didn't expect it. I truly didn't, but I just had this calmer spirit about me before I went to bed, like just be ready. So when I woke up and I saw the sea of red on the television across the country, it was it was disbelief. I was in denial. I'm like, this is not for real. So I went back to bed because this is like 2:30 in the morning. Because I truly didn't even think the votes were going to come out until at least this time. I thought this time you would just be saying, okay, and the votes are. Um, but it didn't happen that way. But I'm glad I did again have that spirit of just like the first time, we're gonna be all right. You know,
Mhm.
I do think preparation is really because I was prepared for January 6th, even though that's a different space after, right? But I think the preparation is very much needed because it's a lot of different things that he want to put in place, and we just need to be prepared and not be behind. You know, he says it's better to be ready, to stay ready, than to get ready. And so it's like, well, what are we getting ready for? It's just almost like that Y2K, and I'm not saying that, but you know, it's like, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? Because something is breaking, something is happening, and we got to be prepared for it.
Yeah.
I think for me, I don't think I was shocked, to be honest. I think as I watched and I seen, certain states that Trump was taking, I already knew. I was just like, he's got it. I just kind of knew. And I think for me, it was just kind of like once I realized it, I was just like, ain't nothing for me to even be. I'm not about to trip. Like it just is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, but like you saying, like you just gotta just be ready. And I heard a message the other day that just talked about the people of God being, although we're in this world, not of this world. Like we belong to a different government,
Mhm.
and
That's right.
the government is on God's shoulders, you know what I'm saying? And regardless to what is going on, we, the people of God, we're covered, you know what I'm saying? So I think we just got to kind of lock into that, knowing that God is still in control. At the end of the day, with no, don't nobody, everything and everybody works for him, all right? So
Right.
it's all it's all in God's purpose and God's plan. So I guess I'm just having faith in that, just trusting and believing God, that God, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah. Let's go to the audience real quick. Kevin in New York says it's been a grieving process. I was shocked and disappointed. I think those are um I think those feelings are allowed is what I'm going to say. Adrian, I'm still not over it. I'm pissed, laugh my butt off, still yet pissed, laugh my butt off. But hey, Kevin said, "Oh yeah, Adrian, I was also very angry, still am." Kevin says, "I was shocked that he was winning all the states so easily." I was too. I'm gonna be honest with you. It was like because
Right.
and I definitely didn't know we were so red. I mean, obviously Wayne County was blue, but I mean otherwise we were redder than red. And I'm like, wow. But not only that, I'm just like, I guess it's because I surrounded myself around so many Kamala supporters that I didn't realize that there were so many people that were like gun ho about Trump.
See, for me,
Well,
I I think it's some shenanigans. I think it's some junk in the game. You weren't that fooled. Many people were not happy with just the rhetoric and the foolishness and then the pure ignorance that was coming out of his mouth. But some of the things that he did say that were true was that we didn't have to worry about it anymore because it's all rigged. And it was. And I'll be the first to say it live. We, I don't know when we're going to find out how he did it, but it's gonna come out that he certainly did some. They did some things to make those ballots red. So
Sam, I'm so upset you slipped out of Michigan without me seeing you.
Hey, Sam.
All right.
Sam,
Adrian says you can't tell me it ain't a fix in, but I'm not gonna be like them. Kevin says even New York City was redder than usual. It was, and I was shocked because New York City is bluer than blue.
Right.
I want to recount, but who do we ask?
It's just gonna have to be time to tell. I don't even I don't know, but I guess we need to find out.
She already conceded, so.
But I still want to know the truth. And then it was some other talk about how written in the Constitution, we could put that man in jail before he goes. There's some things that could happen. So it just really depends on how Congress acts within these next few days. Seriously.
Yeah. Now, what do you guys think about this? I saw this on, I think it was this worldstar.com. Jamal Simmons says Biden should reassign and make Kamala number 47.
Absolutely.
Why not?
Resign. I'm sorry.
She would be the first woman president. Go. Yes, absolutely.
I'm for it. Josh, what do you think?
I mean, I agree.
Why not? Sorry, y'all. My water is like frozen solid, so I got to like suck it out the bottle. Jeez. Okay. Yeah. Like I'm with it. What do you guys think? Let's go to the audience to see what they're saying. Christina says, "Hey Pew crew." Oh, hey Pew Pew. She always talking about Pew Pew.
Hey Christina.
Adrian said he definitely should. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yep. Why not? I mean, he already let us know that because of health challenges, whatever, allegedly, he was not fit to be president any further. So why not let her just carry it out?
I mean, what stops them from still doing presidential duties, right? If now the Supreme Court have allowed them to be immune to anything, then why are you empowered to put them in prison? I don't care if it's the next 10 days. Do whatever that is that you can do, because now I'm the president. The Supreme Court already watched you that if when in as a president, you do something that's quote unquote unethical, they're not going to be charged for it. So why not?
Right. I'm going to tell you who really touched me with what they said, and that was Jimmy Fallon. Take a look. We don't own the rights to this video.
Let's be honest. It was a terrible night last night. It was a terrible night for women, for children, for the hundreds of thousands of hardworking immigrants who make this country go, for healthcare, for our climate, for science, for journalism, for justice, for free speech. It was a terrible night for poor people, for the middle class, for seniors who rely on Social Security, for our allies in Ukraine, for NATO, for the truth and democracy and decency. And it was a terrible night for everyone who voted against him. And guess what? It was a bad night for everyone who voted for him, too. You just don't realize it yet.
Ooh. Didn't he say that?
Mm-hmm. He did. And that's what's sad. Like, how can you vote against what's best for you? That's just blows me. Like, I understand how billionaires would vote for him. It makes sense. But if you work where I work, we need to be voting our best financial interest, our best interest, period. And people didn't do that.
No.
They did. They rigged it. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I mean, I thought that was, that was something. Now, I love what Whoopi Goldberg had to say. And, I'm going to be honest with you. There have been many years since I had really paid attention to The View. I like when Sherry was on there. I would watch when Raven Simone was on there because to me, she just said whatever came to her mind. And sometimes it was just so left. But I love Whoopi on The View, and that's why I watch. And take a look at what she said.
Only thing I want to point out, people did what they did, and they will reap whatever benefits they're going to get. However, let's talk about the real stuff. Your pocketbook's bad, not because the Bidens did anything, not because the economy is bad. Your grocery bills are what they are is because the folks that own the groceries are pigs.
Yeah, but no one articulated that.
Well, that's what I'm saying is that let's talk about the reasons why gas is high, not because the Bidens didn't try to help, but because the folks who control that decided, I want more money. But see, you said a great thing, and I want to reiterate it. When you have been running for 2 months against somebody who's been running for almost 9 years.
And running away from jail.
And the jail, listen, let me disabuse you. He's not going to jail. Nothing is going to happen to him.
No.
And that'll be great for our kids to see, that you can do all these things and get away with it. Because that's what everybody was saying, that they were appreciating. The fact that he was a man, that he did this and he was that. You know, okay. That man is going to show you. You want to get it? I'll wait. You wait.
I'll watch. We have to be able to laugh at something. Joy.
With these feathers, how can I laugh?
Listen,
Fly away.
it's gonna be whatever it's gonna be. Okay? You know what he said he's gonna do. Be prepared for it.
Yep.
Don't wait for it to happen. Do whatever you need to do to be prepared for.
That's right.
That's true.
They talk about Whoopi, but you know, Whoopi is a certain age now, and she looks great. Whoopi still look the same as she did at Sealy, but Whoopi's at that age now where she gonna say whatever she want to say. She got enough money, and she can give a flying fig Newton what you think, and she be right. She be right. Bad English. She's right. She's right.
Mm-hmm.
And my favorite thing is she was piggybacking on what you said, Alicia, which is be prepared.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to do what he said he's going to do. So be prepared. And for all of you who decided to not vote, but then you want to complain, I don't want to hear your mouth.
Yes, because I've been looking to see on the website who voted and who didn't. And I also start screenshotting the people they voting record. Don't play. I've been looking y'all up.
Right. It's because of you and your non-participating self, we in this situation. So
But on that though, for real, I really thought when they did that, because we were discussing it while we were in Houston, how that same promo was not going on there, right? It was targeted to certain communities as to if you don't vote, your voting record is public record. And I personally thought it was voter intimidation from jump, right?
Oh, yeah.
And if you know that I'm voting, what else, and it's always been the case, just to be clear. It just has never been advertised in the 30 some odd years. I know that I've been voting, that if you don't vote, your voter record is going to be, it can be known for everyone. What was the purpose of doing that? You know what I mean?
To get people like me that have enough time in their day to just go through my phone list and be like, oh, do so-and-so vote? And to get you to call them and say, look, if this is serious, you need to get to the polls.
That's a good way.
That's right. Yeah. Let's go to the audience real quick. Adrian says, I feel like it should, like he should have did it back in August. Someone said, and I think it's valid. She did great for the time she had, but could have won with more time. Absolutely. Bishop Dialdo Jones, my brother, he says, blessings from Atlanta. I would love to see you while I'm here. I'm in Atlanta, Bishop. Let's try to link up. Adrian says, look at me. I said that. Yeah. Kevin Moore, that's right. They just don't know. It's called ignorance. In my anger, I said, you made your bed, now lie in it.
You know, one thing I want to say for the Democrats, they just always a step behind. They need to go deep within themselves and just get a better game plan.
So true.
They got to do something different. They definitely have to.
Absolutely. I agree. I think one of the things that I noticed that Sister Kamala did was she didn't really address, in my opinion, the lower demographics of folks. She says so much, this is for the middle class and this is for the middle class, right? And so I think that messaging was bad, because technically the middle class is $400,000. That ain't none of me. I don't know about y'all on this line, but I'm not making that type of money. And I think that she needed to address more of those that were that didn't know, that didn't understand, and they're not voting because they don't reach that level of income or even understand it. So I think that was a mistake.
People don't understand it. Like when Donald Trump is talking about helping small businesses, and you have a mom and pop baby, he's not talking about you. He's talking about businesses with a revenue of at least $30 million. So it's just so much that people don't understand. Like sometimes I have to explain to people that they low income. They be like, no, I got a good job. Well, if you're not in this column, baby, you're still low income.
Okay.
So
And I'm sorry, Mel. I have to address this. Lisa Stevenson said, hello, just wanted to say, what would the world look like if we didn't set boundaries and allow abortion, sex changes, and our funds being allocated to do so, ultimately confusing our children and basically telling the Lord what he says doesn't matter. All of what the candidate was advocating, God was against. What say ye? First of all,
go ahead. I'm second.
So everything that she was advocating is what the Lord gives us, which is a choice. He says, choose ye this day who you will serve. He gave us a choice. So I'm not for the government dictating what people do with their bodies, including women. I'm not for dictating whether a woman can have an abortion because I don't know her medical records. I'm not for telling somebody that they can't be whoever they feel like they should be because I'm not God. So no, she wasn't advocating for people to go against the word of God. She was advocating for people to make a choice, which is the same thing that God gave us, a choice.
And let's be clear, the job of the president of the United States of America is the president of all the people that live in America and all of the choices that they make. Nobody's running for the pastor of your church, Sister Lisa. Those are issues, your moral issues and how you feel. That's what goes on in your household. And you can't just put that on the entire country. That's one point. And another point, a lot of things that go on in our country are very demonic, but we can't use the legislator to deal with demons. We do that through prayer. So when we start talking about things that are sins, we do that through prayer. Politics are politics, and they don't mix for a reason.
Right. Yeah. We weren't voting for a pastor, we're voting for a president. I love that. Mm-hmm. Thank you for your question, Lisa. All right, guys, we got to move. Time is getting away from us. But as you know, the Church of God in Christ had their big convention over the last week and a half. But unfortunately, speaking of the enemy, he rears his ugly head again at the convention.
Matter of fact, we're going to do it, and you're going to meet people while you're walking. The lady who lost your purse, some woman by the name of Brenda or something had it. I don't know if she's in here. She has your purse. You left your purse out near the place where you ate. Now, what I want to do is say this to you.
Other people continue to come as they play softly. As the man of God has called out, thank you so much, Bishop Hall, for allowing God to use you. The purse has been turned into lost and found. Come on and praise God. Thank God for conviction. You can come to room 201 right now and obtain your purse. Come on, let's praise God for how God has moved. That's it. Come on, let's celebrate.
Wait, what happened?
So the woman had put her purse down wherever she was eating at, and somebody came and they took it. They stole the purse. And so Bishop Hall, I'm not sure exactly what he said, but suddenly someone named Brenda decided that they were convicted enough to turn the purse back in.
Look at God. That's our prayer changes.
Well, maybe Brenda just saw the purse unattended and picked it up and was like, I found this purse, y'all.
Listen, and maybe he didn't say literally got a clip. Say it, Josh. Go ahead. You go. You go.
It was stolen. He just said Brenda has your purse, right?
Yeah, because they had the clips interchanged. That's why the second guy came back and said, thank God for conviction. The purse has been found. You can go pick it up in room whatever, because the purse was stolen. But they had the videos kind of And they didn't show all of what Bishop Hall said. So we missed a big chunk of that. I'm sorry. I should have tried to get a better clip.
So let's say the lady actually took the purse. Okay.
Hello, Clayton.
Some things. And then maybe again, she got convicted. And she like, you know what? Let me get this lady back her purse. I'm here at a convention. I'm trying to get my life right. Hey, God. I mean, it's seriously, I know God has convicted me in a moment of some things as well. And I had to immediately, you know what? I lied. That wasn't true. Tell a lie that creepy level, like, you're going to deal with that lie and come back around. So I ain't going to even be mad. Don't be messing with my church of God in Christ. Them folks was trying to do what was right. That lady came, she was convicted. I believe it.
Okay.
Okay, Lisa, come on.
I do agree with free will, but shouldn't we as spiritual leaders let people know the repercussions per your free will and choice, not from the government?
Yeah,
that's
you do
where
that, church, Sister Lisa. That's what you go to church for on Sundays and Wednesdays and Tuesdays and Fridays or wherever you go. Like, the government's job is not for your soul salvation. That's not what the government is for.
Yeah, that's where I was not exactly on board. Because Lisa, I'll be quite honest with you. In church, I preach the word in season and out. However, I don't walk around condemning people for their choices 24/7. Now, if they ask me, or if we're in a certain setting, I'll make my position clear. But I'm not here to condemn anybody.
But this is
I'm not here to
strange for me, Ryan. I hate to cut you off. For people that come from the Christian aspect in their voting, y'all didn't see that man, hear that man say, "Grab him in the pee."
Right.
He was up there and stroke a microphone like he was.
Y'all didn't see him lose that case for grabbing the sex worker. Y'all didn't.
And that was okay.
That was okay. Y'all didn't see the 39 convictions of the fraud of all of the things that this man has done. That's outside of the will of God. But I don't get how y'all get into this, because believe it or not, Donald Trump probably paid for plenty of abortions.
That part.
Mm-hmm. His wife said that she was pro-abortion. So you're making it into something that is not. Like, how you taking your Christianity to the polls, take it where you want to take it, but you voted, if you voted for Donald Trump, you voted for somebody that's anti-women. It's not about abortion. He is pro taking advantage of women. He said, grab them in the pee. That's what he said. He was fighting rape charges. That's who you voted for.
She says, I believe in the amendment. And yes, Ron, you are right about free will. But truthfully, we are in a compromise or conflicted to vote for either one, because there were things to be concerned about either way. Thank you for acknowledging my comment. I agree. There were things to be concerned about either way, but it was the lesser of two evils. Lisa, I appreciate you commenting. This is what the show is about. We will always read and answer your comments respectfully, but we do have to move on because I will not give that man any more time of the show. Kevin says, this turned into a whole thing on social media. People were saying that Brenda took the woman's money and was buying various things. Oh my gosh. See, I knew it was more to it, Kevin. Kevin says, hello there.
Something and they got her name. Like, who told Brenda to say her name when she turned the purse in?
It's public record if she got convicted.
Luckily, with 40,000 people, hopefully it was more than one Brenda. But dang, that probably had every Brenda in the conference hall looking like he ain't talking about this Brenda, it was the other Brenda.
That's so jacked up.
I'll be looking at her like, let me grab my wallet.
Oh, she's got a little klepto problem. She gonna get delivered.
Real quick, guys, speaking of alternatives, you have people, who say that they identify as animals.
My son does identify as a cat, but I cannot take him to a vet because I tried that, and the veterinarian told me that because he has human anatomy, that he does not know how to work on him or diagnose him with anything. And he legally cannot. So, and while I do think that is a form of discrimination, because, my son, if he says he's a cat, he is a cat. And he needs to be treated like that, like one, But I'm not going to press charges because I know that he could lose his license if he did work on my son. So I'm not gonna try to sue him or anything, so don't worry. But this is something that I want to raise awareness on, because I do think that people that identify as an animal should be able to go to the vet. You know, that's the medical attention that they're wanting. And so I really do appreciate you asking this question. I think it's an important topic that we discuss, because if we don't, we're never going to make progress. And these people that identify as cats are going to have to continue going to human doctors. And I just don't think that that's fair.
Girl, we don't even have the time to dissect that.
To the vet and let the baby get the sucker from the vet. Go on and take him. Let him get it.
No, he's not going to get a sucker from the vet. He's going to get a little biscuit. He's going to get a little doggy biscuit.
You know what my question is, though? This is my question. When did this happen? Like, who endorsed this? Who opened the door for this crazy stuff? Like this identity crisis thing. Like when did this become such a thing? Like I'm so confused. I remember,
but Josh, not to cut you off, but I think it's more than an identity crisis. It goes to, I don't care who you identify as, you don't have that anatomy. So why would you?
It's a crisis, Ron.
But you can. My thing is, okay, so you identify as a cat, but you're not a cat. That's who you identify as. So why would you think you can go to the veterinarian to get treatment for something that you really don't have the parts for? That's just what you identify as.
So my question is, when did this, like, because to me, I feel like it just snuck up on me. When did it start? Like, who started it?
I know who started it. I don't know when exactly, but I know who started it. And y'all gonna crack up, but I promise you, if you go back in the archives, y'all gonna say I'm right. Guess MTV.
Yes.
MTV started coming out with all these different television shows.
Real world.
Exposing like so many things that we didn't even think about. It just made people comfortable with coming out their bag. I'm telling you, MTV did us in. It was MTV.
It was MTV.
And I feel like, and then it just started getting endorsed. Like, this is nuts. Like, I remember being at work, and legally, you know, we can't, if your name is John Doe, but you come in there as Jane Doe, we legally can't change your name.
Right.
Like that, I mean, that's against the law. Like, we can't do that. You have to take whatever steps that you need to take to get that handled. And I remember getting into a whole situation over a Jane Doe that was really a John Doe coming in. Like, then I had another, I remember having a patient that came in who identified as them, they. You just sprung this on me. All my life I referred to you as a her. Now I got to say them. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm going to be penalized. I'm gonna be my job is jeopardized because I mistakenly said.
It's the whole thing.
I think we just have to all have a little more patience with each other. Yeah. It's some things that I will never understand because it's not my thing.
Yeah.
And I got some things somebody will never understand because it's not their thing. But we just have to love each other. That's the bottom line. Like, God told us to love each other. He didn't tell me to judge nobody. I don't have no heaven or hell to put nobody in. I don't have not one hole in my hand for your soul salvation. So all I could do is accept you and love you. That's all I got for you.
And you know what, Mel, I agree with you. The only thing that makes me a bit uncomfortable is like I'm trying to remember if it was Kansas where I was, but anyways, I was in the airport and they had it was a unisex bathroom, but they didn't call it unisex. But basically anybody could go in, you know, whatever you identify as, you could use this restroom. And I had a problem with that because I just didn't feel like these women should sit there and watch me, you know, shake my magic stick for free. Like, no, like that's just That was asinine to me. Like I'm right here in front of the urinal. There were no things in between, so they could literally just see me relieving myself and shaking the access, and there's nobody making it rain. That was not acceptable to me. So that kind of stuff, that's where the boundary has to be laid to me. I don't care what you identify as, but to just have women in there, that's a peep show. And people get paid for that.
We don't want men in our bathroom.
Nope.
I don't necessarily want to see a woman in the bathroom tinkling and switching her sanitary napkin. I don't need to see that.
It's the world that we live in, and I'm sticking to. I'm gonna love the people and judge the people, and I'm gonna use the bathroom at my house.
I'm gonna say this. No, look, I agree with you about aspect of like just being patient, right? Because it's gonna take a lot of patience for this stuff. But I think it needs to work on both ends too.
Yeah.
I think so too. I think when people make these drastic changes and they just throw them on us, it's like, hold on now. I want you to be happy. I want you to be who you want to be. But like you said, we have to have patience on both sides.
Absolutely have to have patience. I kind of going back with Lisa in the statement of having boundaries. And I think this is another evidence of the church is not taking care of their business, because it did spill into the church. When it got to where, and it's this LGBTQ plus, I'm going to tell you when I realized that demographic of people are powerful. When I watched my commercials and saw Cheerios and two men was a couple. So that showed me that power and money is a huge thing. That they can do that legislators, that group of people, they are the ones who push that. Hey, you better do this or I'm going to burn down your house in my stilettos and heels, although I'm 7 foot tall and I'm them. They shook our government, our people, because our churches, and it go back to Mel saying, our churches stopped loving them to help to understand. And instead of embracing and showing them love and helping you understand, no, you're a woman, you're not a man. We was like, okay,
I don't know, Alicia. I don't know if the church can do that. The people being alternative has been around since the beginning of the time. This is not anything that's new. It's the thing that's different is that it's out in the open, wherein people used to have their private clubs and things used to be in the dark and in the shadows. It's out in the open.
That's technology, baby.
So I don't think that, what can the church do about that but love people? So you saying it started in the church? I don't
get what it started in the church in a space where we dejected. We didn't love them. We dejected them, which will cause them to go out there into the world and do whatever. When
I can agree. I would agree with you.
Thank you, John.
I would agree with Alicia. I agree with her because the reason why I agree with that is because had the church not taken a personal stance against it in their own, ideologies and their own, feelings about it, there's been several stories of men who preached against this stuff, women who preached against this stuff, but they were closeted themselves, you know what I'm saying? And they hurt people. And like you said, you could be a fornicator in that church. You could be a thief. You could be a liar. And you don't get hell and brimstones like if you were a homosexual.
Cheating on your taxes and everything.
Right. You know what I mean? Like,
right. Got 10 kids and they never had a child.
And a lot of times the people, they talk about this is an abomination. But you know what else is an abomination in the Bible that you don't ever hear nobody talk about?
Lying.
The Bible. No. Tale-bearing.
Tail-bearing.
Backbiting is an abomination. God hates it.
He hates a liar too.
We got a whole, there's a whole lot of backbiters in the church now.
But why? Go ahead, Ryan.
I was gonna say, and then here's the thing too. We're talking about two different things. It's really a twofold situation, and then we got to move because we out of time. And I'm sorry to those, you guys are making very nice, lengthy comments. And I'm sorry, we want to read them all, but we don't have enough time tonight. But we don't even have enough time to get to all of our topics. But I promise we got you next week. But my thing is, it's one thing to have a same-sex interest, but then we're talking about transgender. We're talking about cross-dressing. We're talking about people identifying different. I could care less if you a man and you like to lay in the bed with another set of hairy legs. That's your business. But then when you say, now I want to put on a pair of red pumps and Ruby Roo lipstick, then it's like, okay, now we're kind of going to a different thing. And I think that's where it gets challenging for me. Not that I won't accept people, but just because you as a man 7 foot tall likes to wear pumps, a dress, and red lipstick doesn't mean that you should be allowed to go in the bathroom with my 11-year-old daughter. All right. Okay. So that's where it gets challenging for me. I don't care what you like to do, because I don't have a heaven and hell to put you in. I don't care who you like to do it with, but I do feel like there needs to be some boundaries. And maybe that's what we can pick up next week if we continue with this topic, because I do feel like it's twofold, because I think we connect the same-sex desire with the cross-dressing and the transgender and the, things like that. And it's a little differentiating that needs to take place. But real quick, we gotta move. We gotta let Tracy do her question, or she's gonna be mad. Okay, let's see what we got. Miss Tracy, here we go.
Hey, it's me, Tracy. Now I got a question, y'all. Because now I went and got my nails done on a Thursday. Okay, and by Saturday, one of my nails, I had barely tapped it against the counter, and it just cracked and broke in half. And so I went back up to my nail girl, and I'm like, hey, girl. And she like, how can I help you? And I said, yeah, girl. As you can see, my nail came off, and I was just here on Thursday. And she was like, okay, honey, what do you want me to do? And I'm like, girl, I want you to fix my nail. That's what I want you to do. I want you to fix this nail.
Oh my God.
And she said, well, honey, you broke it. It would be $10. And I said, now, come on now. Money is not a problem. But I just got this nail done on Thursday. Why would I have to pay anything for repair? And she said, honey, it was nothing wrong with nail. You broke it. When you break it, you pay for it. Now, it nail come off. That's one thing, but you break it. And I told her, girl, don't do me, because I've been coming to this nail shop, honey, when y'all only had 2 lights, and you didn't even have TV in here, girl. When I first started coming here, honey, they was scrubbing feet in one of them bath tubs, them bath tubs they have at the assisted living when you have to bath. Honey, they was scrubbing our feet in there, okay? You know, when I first started going there, honey, they had 4 nail polish colors, red, black, blue, and green. Honey, so now that y'all got these leather chairs that vibrate, boo-boo, don't do me, honey. Now that y'all got a couple LED lights and 2 TVs, one in the front, one in the back. Girl, don't try to do me, okay? Because I've been here. And she's like, honey, these are the policy. I said, girl, you can't even spell policy, honey. Now what is going to be? She said, you know what, no problem. You sit down, I do your nail. And I said, that's what I thought. But then one of my girlfriends told me that I shouldn't have made a scene. And I was telling her, first of all, girl, you make a scene everywhere you go because you don't know how to dress. You look tacky. And so that creates a scene. But anyways, my thing was with me, and so I was just rebuttaling.
Oh
but honey, at the end of the day, my nail was fixed and I was back clicking and pointing. So, y'all tell me, my sweet babies, was that real?
Yeah, he was crazy. wrong with Miss Tracy?
She never ceases to amaze me.
Every time. What is wrong with her?
She needs to stay inside. Like, Tracy, you got to stay in the house. you just don't go get nothing done. You just stay inside, baby. Just stay in the house. Don't go.
These comments. Look at the comments. Look, Kevin said, "Fix this nail."
This nail, not the nail.
Kobe said, "Hey, Pew Crew, Tracy, I miss you."
Oh God.
Greg said Tracy should have purchased nail insurance before she left the salon because now she be an extra. Where is the question? Was she wrong?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Kobe, she hasn't changed a bit. Stephanie gonna say, "Oh no, Tracy, I'm glad you got that nail fixed."
She even broke the nail and then went back and told the people that repaired.
So right. In fairness, I'm cool with her going back to say, "Hey, I broke my nail. I was just here the other day. Maybe you didn't put enough acrylic on there. Can you hook sister up?" But it's what you do and how you do it. She come up there with the whole attitude. I'm sure she was with the click and So right. No, I'm not about to do nothing. Give me $10.
But the thing is, it's a difference if the nail came off. Like you said, maybe she didn't put enough glue on it, or acrylic or shellac or whatever. But you hit the nail and broke it. The nail is broken half, but then you want it to be repaired for free. No, you broke your nail. There's a fee for that. Tell me about something. I remember now that y'all got a couple of leather chairs that vibrate. Now you want to act. She gonna say all the people. She remember when they were scrubbing feet and barf what she call it, barf pails that, right, the barf where people vomiting.
I'm like, what? She always extra. I'm gonna be looking for Tracy with the eyelashes on the X-Clay. I'm ready for it.
Right. They have four colors.
Yo, but listen, you know what took me out though? What took me out was how she slacked her friend right on down. Tell myself, you create a scene every time you go.
Every time you go, you create a scene with what you got on. I'm like, dang, how you just throw her under the bus?
Cause you be tacky. Wait, cause you tacky. Oh, he said, "Oh, I'm glad she didn't get a pedicure, right? Cause you know that big toe. She would have chipped it, getting in her big body Escalade."
Okay.
We gotta go, y'all. We love y'all so much. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Y'all comments have been great. Again, we apologize if we didn't get to all of them, but we love you for free. We'll see you next week right here on the Pew. Thank y'all so much.